All right, Black Nerds Talk. I'm here with the amazing.
Hyushi-sama. Hyushi-sama. I have to speak a bit louder because I have the quietest voice in the world, but also a very appealing little voice. I'm out here.
And we're going to be actually talking about Demon Slayer and the empathy you find that's a very prevalent theme in the show. Personally, for me, I resonate a lot with the main character Tanjiro, and so I feel like there's a lot to talk about when it comes to the show, especially since it just finished airing this past Saturday. So let's just get right into it.
Let's do it.
So one of the things I noticed in Demon Slayer is that demons are sort of a replication of people.
Indeed they share similar emotions as us. They're not too different. The only difference you could say about the demons is that they have to survive by eating humans.
Exactly. And that's not really that different than what you see in modern days in like real life. I feel like the demons are an analogy for people. So in the sense of there's a Rondell from Rise here in Toronto. He had a really good quote when I was talking to him once about a girl I used to talk to, and in the sense of you can't see the facial reaction he just gave, but it was pretty funny. In the sense of hurt people. So to break that down further, people that are hurt other people. Someone that comes from an abusive household, like you've seen with countless people that are in the spotlight, like Chris Brown. Remember when he abused Rihanna? Yeah. He ended up later on explaining to the media that he came from an abusive household, and that's not different than the demons you see in the show. They're very hurt. They, like, if you look at the first major demon that Tanjiro had to face, it was during the what's it called, the arc
or the when they had to go to the mountains and pretty much survive the whole night.
Exactly. The Demon Slayer selection arc. I think that's what it's called. I can't remember.
That's what it was.
It's not that important what the name of the arcs are. But the first demon actually was someone who ended up killing his brother, and he was one of his brother's affection. And you saw that the type of demon that he transformed into, first I would say that the demons they transform into things that they wish they had when they were human. So that first demon, he was a demon covered in hands. Mm-hmm. And what he want most was the affection of his brother through physical contact, through holding his hand. And no surprise that he was a demon covered in hands. And only at the end when, Tanjiro killed him, that's when he remembered his past and how he always wanted his brother's affection. And that's the thing that he's reaching for. And that's the one that gave him, I guess you could say, closure.
Yeah, I did get
his closing moments in life.
In the very end, they showed that when all the demons die, they all pretty much get a bit of closure. You get to see their backstory and why they are the way they are. And with this particular demon, you really got to see what kind of person he was in the very end. And that was the first time we ever got to sympathize with a demon. We seen him and we're like, oh, this demon actually has a real life backstory, and it actually relates to what kind of character he is now. It was interesting. I really like that whole the bits and pieces of the little things that they want to show in the very beginning about empathy, which is kind of this topic.